for this event. The organizing committees have actually worked extremely hard throughout this 1 year to prepare a week-long conference in order to make this event an outstanding and memorable event for all the delegates. This conference will not be possible without everyone's contribution. Dear delegates, your strong support and active participation has given AMSC 2018 with a great head start with a total number of 261 delegates from 14 AMSA chapters joining us throughout the week. For the academic session, there are several white papers, scientific poster and papers competition will be presented with the theme Infection Control, Oral Problems and New Challenges. I wish all the best to the presenters for the competition. At the same time, I would like to take this opportunity to thank various companies and organizations for all the support they have been given throughout this event. The support and sponsors given have recognized AMSC as an important platform to discuss medical issues across the world. This year, we have prepared interesting academic programs, exciting and fun cultural and also social activities throughout the week. So, dear delegates, please enjoy your time throughout this AMSC Malaysia 2018 and have a great time visiting and exploring Malaysia, truly Asia. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Tan.
Next, we would like to invite Mr. Wong Sun Quang, the overall chairperson of AMSA International, for a speech.
A very good morning to our Professor Dr. Roslina Abdumana, Deputy Dean Faculty of Medicine of the National University of Malaysia, UKM, Associate Professor Dr. Isa Naina Muhammad, Head of Students Affairs and Alumni Department, Dr. Farah Dayana Zahidi, Total Advisor of Asian Medical Students Conference Malaysia 2018, as well as Total Advisor of AMSA Malaysia. Dr. Nevin Kumar, another lagi Dewaraj, Total Advisor of Asian Medical Students Association, UPM. And then Ms. Chai Tai, the Regional Chairperson of AMSA Malaysia, as well as Ms. Tan Zusian, Organizing Chairperson of Asian Medical Students Conference Malaysia 2018. And all the speakers as well as the delegates. A very good morning. And how do you feel currently? Especially my delegates. Do you feel tired or exciting? Yeah, I believe all of you guys have training practice for your cultural night until the late night of yesterday. And then we as the AMSA International, we excited to meet you guys. So we had the meeting until 4 AM yesterday, and then we sleep 2 hours, and then back to my hostel again. So hopefully everybody is still alert and can pay attention to our conference subsequently. So it's gratifying to look so many faces of juniors and also the future doctors from different countries. On behalf of AMSA International, we are delighted to have all of you here to participate the 39th Asian Medical Students Conference, AMSC 2018. Welcome to Malaysia. First, I would like to thank the organizing committee for inviting me to this opening ceremony and speak on this wonderful morning. I'm very grateful for your contribution and hard work in preparation of this conference. We started to prepare this conference since 2017, and then it's a 1 year period of time for preparation. Throughout the conference preparation is not easy, and we have faced many problems and achieved today. Able to see you guys today, and I hope everyone can enjoy every activity in this conference. For your information, Asian Medical Students Conference is an annual event of Asian Medical Students Association AMSC International, involving the participation of hundreds of medical students from 27 countries. It was first held in Thailand in year 1980. And since then, AMSC served as an international platform for a strong global network of medical students who, as the future medical practitioners, to explore and develop their soft skills, academic knowledge, cultural appreciations, and interpersonal skills, in line with our triune vision of AMSC: knowledge, nation, and friendship. After 38 years, today is the 7th time that AMSC being carried out in Malaysia, a country which is famous with its nature of beauty and also cultural diversity. This year, the theme of our conference is Infection Control, Old Problems and New Challenges. There's a famous saying called that prevention is always better than cure. Like what Dr. Tedros, Director General of WHO, said, a lack of effective antibiotics is as serious as a security threat as a sudden and deadly disease outbreak. So, a lack of effective infection control also poses great danger to our health system as well as our community. So with AMSC 2018, I hope that we are able to explore, develop, and contribute more ideas in tackling this global issue. So everyone, please prepare yourself, be excited, and be inspired in this conference. Welcome to join AMSC Malaysia 2018. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Now, we would like to invite our Deputy Dean, Faculty of Medicine from UKM, Professor Dr. Roslina Abdul Manap, Representative Dean, Faculty of Medicine, University Kebangsaan Malaysia, to present an opening speech and subsequently officiate this event.
Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is an absolute delight for me to be standing here this morning in front of all these wonderful young people and future doctors to officiate the 39th Asian Medical Students Conference in the wonderful city of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I would like to thank the organizing committee for this opportunity and for inviting me here today. As we have heard, this conference brings together medical students from various parts of the Asia-Pacific region. I'm given to understand that we have around 400 delegates at this meeting, of which 260 are from abroad and about 120 local delegates. I believe the largest contingents come from Indonesia, South Korea, and one more. Yeah, so I think some countries have sent quite large numbers of delegates, about 50 odd students. And platforms like this provide an opportunity for you to network, and hopefully that the contacts that you make and experience that you have will continue into your professional careers. So the theme for this year is infection control, old problems and new challenges. As a respiratory physician, this topic is very WHO that prevention can actually reduce these sorts of infections by about 30%. So I hope that all of you will have a very fruitful and meaningful time, whether it is the scientific sessions or with the chairman of the AMSC International, Ms. Chai Kar Yi, Regional Chairperson, and last but not least, Ms. Tan Zhe-Shen, who is Organizing Chairperson, and of course to the Organizing Committee, who have worked so hard to make this a success. And I think you all should be proud of yourselves, because as a regular conference organizer myself, we would normally for this kind of event have an event management team, a company, right? But you, I think, should be congratulated, because as full-time medical students, you still managed to pull this off, right? So my heartiest congratulations to all of you. And I wish you all a very fruitful meeting, and I wish you great success and to enjoy whatever Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia has to offer. With that, I would like to declare the Asian Medical Students Conference officially open. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Prophet Roslina. For your kind words and support, we would like to invite Prophet Roslina to please remain on stage. Let us now invite Prof. Isanaina Muhammad and Ms. Tan Zhe-Shen on stage to accompany Prophet Roslina for the officiation ceremony.
With this, Asian Medical Student Conference Malaysia 2018 with the theme of Infection Control, All Problems and New Challenges has officially begun. We hope that the MIT brings all medical student experienced doctors together can bring a solution to infection control worldwide in the future for a healthy community.
Thank you very much. We would like to present the souvenir to our guest of honor, Prophet Roslina, as a token of appreciation for officiating our event. Thank you, Prof. Next, we would like Thank you, Prof. his support throughout our event.
Thank you for being so magnified.
Now, let us sit back and relax. Malaysia is unique because of our multicultural and multiracial heritage, and this is most prominently exhibited in diverse music and dance. Now, we would like to show you a dance representing the different ethnic peoples of Sabah and Sarawak. Let us invite the KLR group, who is sponsored by myself, on stage. Please enjoy.
That was an amazing performance. A big round of applause for all the great dancers. Malaysia, besides having a diversity of ethnic and culture, is a hidden gem with natural beauty, wonderful cuisine, and modern architecture. This picture says louder than words. Let's enjoy a video specially made by our talented multimedia team to introduce you, Malaysia, and all the AMSC chapters here with us today.
You have all been waiting for. Put your hands together to welcome 14 AMSC chapters from Indonesia, Turkey, Thailand, Mongolia, Singapore, Japan, Australia, the United Kingdom, South Korea, India, China, Bangladesh, and Nepal. Or we anyway, scientific representation, scientific poster presentation, white paper and video competition, alpha workshopping booth, field trip, group tour, and for the first time ever, mastermind, supported by AMSC International, AMSC Malaysia, partners, Faculty of Medicine UCAM, Faculty of Medicine Union, Monash, Miami, Utah, CQE, Darlington, additional sponsor, Yakult, Redwood, Cataloger, special sponsor, Faulty Unsharp Pulmonology, CRC Press, Illinois Corrections, Broad sponsor, United Nations University, International Institute for Global Health, Alfred silver sponsor, Tablet Idol, gold sponsor, MyStat.
Ladies and gentlemen, here ends our opening ceremony for this morning. Before we leave, let us have a short and sweet photography session. I would like to request all VIPs and speakers together at the center, while other delegates, please kindly fill in the empty spaces at the front seats. Thank you.
All delegates, please stand up.
Attention to all delegates. Could you please stand all closer to the middle? Thank you. Gratitude to all the honorable guests for the presence at our ceremony this morning.
our handful official media partner, Thank you, David. Thank you, Thank you, for accepting our invitation as media partner. And Miss Stacy Fong, the Manager of Corporate Communication and Promotion, for attending our opening ceremony. VIPs are invited to have a refreshment outside the hall. Dear delegates, please remain seated for a few presentations. A heartfelt gratitude to all the honorable guests for their presence at our ceremony this morning. VIPs are invited to have refreshment outside the hall. Dear delegates, please remain seated for free presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, now we would like to invite Dr. Aprianto Adiwiria, the General Secretary of AMSA Alumni Club, for a short presentation.
Good morning, everyone. The mic is still sleepy, but I am sure you are not. You still excited, right? Yesterday it was an amazing welcoming dinner. Everyone have a good dinner last night. Oh, I think the stomach is still full. So I'm very happy today. I just met my ex-roommate 18 years ago in a conference in Melbourne, Prof. Isa. It's amazing. It's I still remember his face, but today, I really recognize the face. And we met again after 18 years. Yeah, this is what AMSA Alumni Club for. Yeah, AMSA Alumni Club it was born because we miss this situation. We miss the warm gathering between the students and our students era. I think today is your first 2 days, and you need to enjoy, or you can enjoy the whole conference. So I would like to go. AMSA is your home as a future AMSA doctors. Because AMSA is your home as a student, and you meet each other, students from all over the world. And then when you graduate, this is your home. Yeah, when you can still gather friends, family from the students' era. Who from of you come for the first time to AMSA conference? Oh, it's almost I think 75% of the delegates. Who is the second time? Third time? Fourth time? Fifth? Yay! Sixth time? No. So Jasmine is the winner for today. I was also like Jasmine when I was in AMSA conference for the first time in 1999 in Thailand. I was spontaneously addicted, and I was trying to be selected as delegates every year. So first time as a common delegate, I tried to compete in the paper competitions, and the third time I tried to compete in poster presentations. Luckily, got selected, and then we then created AMSA conference also in Indonesia, 2003. So it was an amazing experience. Yeah. And we would like to have you all when you're graduated, because yeah, this is what why are we here? We are here because, I think I just use this. We are here because we miss you all. And if you have uncles, if you have parents, if you have brothers, cousins, that also known as AMSA delegates or involved in any AMSA activities, please inform them. When they are not alone after they become alumni, after they finish their medical graduates. They have AMSA Alumni Club as their home. And we are here from Asia to the world. Many of them already settled up in the United States, in Europe. Me, myself, I am now practicing in the Netherlands. So if you are, I'm originally from Indonesia, but I'm practicing in the Netherlands. So if you are there, you have also family to visit. And we are hand in hand, sharing our sharing our skills, sharing our knowledge to the next generations between ourselves, yeah, in AMSA Alumni Club. So please, I want to, you can continue with the next agenda, but please visit our website, give comments, and join us with right away after you graduate as a medical doctor. Yes? Yes? A bit wake up? Okay. Thank you very much. See you again in the future. Yeah?
Thank you, Dr. Apriato.
Next, we would like to invite a representative from our main sponsor, United Nations University International Institute for Global Health, Dr. David Tan, for a speech and a short presentation.
Set up. Thank you very much for the opportunity to share with you little today. Welcome to all of you who've traveled from afar. Welcome to those delegates from Malaysia. So, I am not trained as a medical doctor. Neither am I trained as a public health person. My training actually comes in civil engineering. So what in the world am I doing here, and what in the world am I doing working for a global health institute? We'll get to that in a moment. Alright, United Nations University was founded in 1973 in response to policy challenges in the UN. There was this concern by the Secretary General at the time that policy recommendations coming out from the UN were being driven by political processes, and there needed to be an institute to develop evidence in order to inform UN policy. The Institute for Global Health in Malaysia was formed in 2007, and it was selected out of the recognition of the health systems, the successful healthcare delivery system in Malaysia, its efficiency, its cost effectiveness, and its effectiveness in reaching particularly rural populations. Today you're all here over the course of this conference to talk about infection control. And we often think about these things in the context of medicine, in the context of hospitals. And indeed, there have been tremendous advances in the way we think about pharmaceuticals, use of antibiotics, prescriptions. We're starting to take steps to limit the use of antibiotics to cases where it's actually helpful. We no longer think about prescribing antibiotics for any common cold, any flu, because we recognize the threat that antimicrobial resistance poses to health today and all the more in the future, as we see the rise of these antimicrobial resistant bacteria and pathogens. We know that the threat to human health, to disease, to the ability to carry out surgery, and so on and so forth. However, the spread of antimicrobial resistance doesn't just take place in hospitals, and those steps, as necessary as they are, will not solve the problem alone. I mentioned that I come from civil engineering, and during my PhD, one of the things I studied was wastewater treatment and antimicrobial resistance. And we did a study in one of the foremost wastewater treatment plants in Lake Superior. It had incredibly advanced treatment systems, and still the discharged water was carrying antimicrobial resistance genes into the environment. One of the most advanced municipal wastewater treatment plants in the world. Again, this was not a treatment plant that was receiving hospital water. This was from ordinary households. Now, we know that those genes, when they enter the environment, there are mechanisms by which they can be taken up by environmental bacteria and then passed on. And then we also think about solid waste generated by wastewater treatment plants. They are landfilled, they are incinerated, they are applied to land as fertilizer. And this ought to be a very sustainable thing, land application. You take a waste product, instead of burying it and taking up precious landfill space, we use it to grow crops, we use it to supply nutrients, we manufacture less fertilizer. And yet, because of antimicrobial resistance genes in the wastewater treatment process, that can become an outlet for the spread of these genes to the environment. You heard already about veterinary practices, and we know that the ways in which we grow meat, chicken, beef, pork, they all contribute to the rise of antimicrobial resistance. And it's not just technical solutions that we need. Yes, better veterinary practices are important, but the use of these antimicrobials are part of a larger economic system in which we want cheap meat, we want animals grown quickly, and the people in these industries are not aware of the cost. They're not aware of the downstream effects. Infection control can also be, well, we don't just engineer. Right, in the previous examples, I've talked about how we've engineered our society to generate antimicrobial resistance. But we can also think about how we engineer our society in ways that promote infection control. Urban planning actually comes out of public health. The early emphasis was about sewage systems, about waste disposal, about avoiding overcrowded conditions that give rise to the spread of infections. Today, our urban planning is primarily driven by economic considerations, by political considerations. But we have a long history of engineering, of urban planning, of other disciplines being very well integrated into health, medicine, infection control. As medical students, you are very well aware of the process of developing pharmaceutical products. It's a long journey from a pharmaceutical product working in a test tube in a petri dish to one that you are going to be able to put into a human being. And that's because the mechanism by which these pharmaceuticals work is not sufficient. You cannot take that in isolation on its own. We have to consider how these mechanisms, how the drug interacts with your biological system, whether it will be delivered to the part of your body that's needed, whether it affects your body's metabolism, whether all the many complex ways in which a simple drug can interact with your body, because your body is a complex system. Likewise, when we think about health interventions, whether it's infection control, whether it is trying to bring down the rate of NCDs, we need to recognize that our society is a complex system. We can design interventions that, yes, they absolutely make sense. We can give health recommendations. We can tell people what they should eat. But until we take into account the messages that we're sending out, the interventions and programs we want to put in place, until we take into account the societal systems in which those interventions, those drugs, those messages go into, we will not get the results that we want. We will generate a lot of unintended consequences that often backfire against us, that often get in the way of health promotion. Most of you here, you're going to be medical doctors, you're going to be public health people. That is a critical role. And yet you will find that in order to make the differences that you want to make, in order to achieve the outcomes that you want to see, you're going to need to deal with these bigger societal systems. And that involves engaging policymakers, urban planners, even engineers like myself. And as an engineer, when we think about designing the infrastructure that we want to have, we need to talk to people like yourselves, doctors, caretakers, in order to understand fully how the things we build shape behaviors, shape health outcomes. So, again, thank you so much. It is our pleasure, our privilege as the United Nations University International Institute for Global Health to sponsor this conference. We wish you well. We hope that you all find this time to be a good, fruitful one. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. David. Dear delegates, we will take a break about 10 minutes, so stay tuned.
Okay, good. Dapat saya boleh tolong pergi tengok tolong. 不用我自己去，我去看吧。 Wei, tutup. Nanti sambung balik ya. Nanti sambung balik. Tutup off camera.